Hi guys, it's Ralph Roberts, and I won a Flip HD camera on eBay, and it came today, and I'm quite pleased with it. It's doing pretty good. However, I am known as Rapid Ralph, and I do all these trip videos, so I thought I'd give it a try out on the road here, see how that works. And waving at one of the neighbors there. So I had to go to the dentist this afternoon, and I thought I'd let you ride along and at least get an idea of some of the territory I drive through almost daily. Dentist is no fun, but the worst part's over. I broke a tooth a little while back. Yeah, and of course I had to have it crowned, and he put on the temporary crown, and today I get the permanent crown, which is the easiest part of it. The hardest part is having to pay for it, which I've already done, so anyway, the Flip HD is a rather tiny camera. You can easily carry it in your shirt pocket, but yet it shoots 720p, which is 1280. That's P is for progressive. That's 1280 pixels by 720 high. So it's widescreen, high definition, and pretty good looking video for such a small package. And I'm here on Macedonia Road. Started out in Alexander, North Carolina, but we're now on the Iceful side of Macedonia Road. Iceful, of course, being in the western part of North Carolina, up in the Blue Ridge Mountains, the land of the sky. And that's where my dentist hides out. So I'm going to go let him finish out his job. He actually does quite good work. I've used him for years, and it's certainly better than having a broken tooth, that's for sure. I probably need to adjust the camera around a little bit. It looks a little one-sided, but it's not too bad. Of course, the Flip just has a little 2-inch screen on it, so it's hard to really tell what's going on. I'll look forward to seeing it when I get home. It's a little bit cloudy today. I think it's supposed to rain this evening. We just turned on the Olivet Road now, and we're going up to take a shortcut down the old Leicester Road. There's an old Leicester Highway, an old Leicester Road, and a new Leicester Road. This is the older of the roads, and it's a good shortcut that I use quite often. And here we go, down the hill, down the mountain. Okay. So I'm looking forward when I get back home to A, having a new solid tooth, and B, uploading this to YouTube and sharing it with you. Wish they'd fix that hole in the road there. A little rough. These days the states are falling behind on maintaining roads. At least they are here in North Carolina. I assume other states too. That's a really sharp curve. This camera seems to have pretty good audio also. I normally shoot these trip videos with my Droid 2 smartphone, But this better quality video than the Droid 2 has. Droid 2 is just 720 by 480, which is standard definition, as opposed to the 1280 by 720 high, which is high definition and quite a bit more area being filmed and much greater detail, of course. Okay, we're now on the Old Leicester Highway and going across the General Albert Boyd Bridge here at Craigie, North Carolina, over the French Broad River. And we're going to turn right here on Highway 251. And go up towards Asheville. Alright. Making good time here. It's about maybe a 20-minute drive into the dentist's office. I have, let me see, it's 3:43 now. I've got 17 minutes to make it on time. Although after the amount I had to pay to get the crown, I don't mind if I'm 2 or 3 minutes late. Oh well. I do like to be on time though. We're passing the State Department of Transportation highway maintenance facility, and that's some old train cars over on the right. I think they're owned by a railroad enthusiast club that's locally. I assume they're going to fix them up one of these days, but they've been sitting there for years. This particular part of the track was a siding going down to one of the textile mills, which is closed and no longer requires rail service. We're on the bank of the French Broad River, but the main railway runs on the other side of the river from here. On the west side, we're on the east side. More or less, it changes from moment to moment as the compass moves. And we're in the great big town of Woodfin, North Carolina right now. W-O-O-D-F-I-N, Woodfin, which is a suburb of Asheville. Ooh, I almost forgot. I want to go up here and get on the 4-lane. So these cars let me make the turn. All right, here we go. Going up to the top of the hill here, and then we'll be able to get on to Future 26, the part of I-26 that's not quite completed yet, not until they get a bridge across French Broad River, which keeps getting delayed because a lot of people protest against it unnecessarily, I might add. Those of us who number ourselves among the traveling public do not appreciate that. Sorry, we don't. Okay. I gotta make another couple dog legs and we'll be on the entrance ramp to the highway. Here we go. And the skyline of Asheville's way up there in the distance. Only a couple miles away though, actually. I don't know how well the camera's picking it up. I'll be quite interested in seeing that. Okay. Looks like I can safely get in here. Good. Now we're on the highway. I-26, Future. It says so right there on the sign. It's not quite quite I-26 yet. It's I-26 in training. Although the part on north into Tennessee and through Tennessee is finished. And if you get south of Asheville, that part of I-26 is finished all the way down to through South Carolina, through Columbia, and down to where it runs into I-95. All that's finished. It's just this one little stretch through Asheville that's being held up by local politics. Okay, I'm changing lanes here on purpose because I want to be in the right lane to get off in Asheville to go down the right street to the dentist's office. Fillmore State, follow 240 West. Yeah, I-26 and I-40 meet just south of Asheville, what we call Malfunction Junction, because it quite often gets backed up with traffic. But I-240 runs through Asheville. And Future 26 and I-240 coincide up here in about half a mile. But we're going to go over it and into downtown Asheville. The things I do just to get to the dentist. But luckily I had the time this afternoon to get the permanent tooth in place, or the permanent crown I should say. Okay, and here we go up and over I-240, and we're going to wind up at least briefly on Patton Avenue, one of the major downtown streets. Downtown Patton Avenue is a sign set up there. Seems to be doing pretty well. Got mounted on the dash and the light is red. This camera, by the way, is made by Cisco. C-I-S-C-O, like the Cisco Kid. Those of you remember their westerns. But they recently just discontinued manufacture. That's why they're so cheap on eBay. Cisco, of course, is a huge company. They make internet routers and other things relating to moving traffic back and forth on the internet. However, they sold several $100 million a year worth of these cameras. That's a city bus in front of us. And they work quite well. They're very popular. You can carry it in your pocket. It's considerably smaller than my cell phone. And I'm taking a shortcut across through here just because it'd be faster. And since I grew up in this area, I know Asheville pretty well. Another red light. There's a profusion of red lights in Asheville, like most towns. Don't have to worry about them too much out in the country. Oh, I just noticed it's got a little counter on the above the screen telling me how long I filmed, and it's been 14 minutes and 47 seconds. So that's pretty quick. I got maybe another 3 or 4 minutes to get to the dentist office of traveling, and it's 3:52. I'm supposed to be there at 4, so I'll make it quite handily, and they'll probably keep me waiting 15-20 minutes. But my dentist at least keeps some pretty good magazines in his office, so it's always something interesting to read. National Geographic, Smithsonian, good travel magazines, interesting stuff. Of course, it'd be a lot faster if I didn't have these red lights. There we go. And we're going over here, to those familiar with Asheville, to Ashland Avenue. My dentist is down on McDowell Street. Dr. Eford, give him a shout out. He's a good guy. There we go. It was a pretty good sized pothole in the street. I hope they fix that. I missed it, but people don't miss it. They're going to notice it. So when I get here and cut off the camera, I'll be able to tell how long it took me to drive. And we're almost here. Ready to get in the turn lane, as a matter of fact. Yeah, there's parking spaces, that's good. Come on, guys. To this dark vehicle here, I can turn in. Okay, so here we go. It took 17 minutes and 27 seconds. So this is Rapid Ralph from Asheville, North Carolina. Thanks for riding along.